So I'm trying to listen for something that would qualify under the statutory definition of abuse. And so far, it just sounds like you actually sound, the communications between you, including his, sound like you're at the, most people who are divorced, especially who share a child, don't like each other anymore. That's why they're divorced. And I've heard hundreds over 14 years of conversations between parents who don't like each other anymore. And yours are actually on the good end of anything I hear. I mean, I don't hear any bad words or name calling. I don't hear any threats. I hear, I don't like you. You hurt me. You accuse me of things I didn't do in both directions, but that's not abuse. I mean, that's disagreeing about what happened in your marriage and what's happening now. And it's actually the more polite end of disagreements that I hear about. So I'm trying to listen for something. Hearing you talk about it actually reminds me of the ex-parte hearing that we had once before, in which I already said the things that I'm saying now I know. And I told you how I didn't want to undermine you by sending you to a hearing if you didn't have a good case. And I'm worried that may have been what happened here, because I just don't hear anything that meets the definition the legislature requires us to meet before we can continue these orders. I'm gonna have you wrap up your testimony by, and you can pause and think about it for a moment, by telling me the worst thing that's happened. Let's go with in the last few months since I denied the order, or last 6 months even. The worst thing that he's done. You don't have to hurry. You can take a minute.
Well, the one thing that has caused me the most harm was this long email. In the last 6 months.
Okay. So, Mr. Did you want to make a motion?
Yes, Your Honor. At this point, I would ask that the restraining order be dismissed because Mr. has not demonstrated any evidence of conduct that would rise to the level of abuse under the statute.
And I have to grant it. Because as a judge, I don't have the authority. I know I explained this all once before, but I don't have the authority just to give out relief, even if the law says I can't. I mean, I can't ignore it. I'm sworn to uphold it. And if the elements aren't met, I can't redirect the police, and I can't take an action against him that his circumstances don't merit. I have to be as objective in applying all of this to him as I am to you, and that's why the elements exist. It can't just be people who don't like each other after a divorce who are just saying, you lied to me, you're a bad person, I don't like you, you're a bad mom. We would have millions of restraining orders in the world if that was all it took. But the case law is clear that it has to be worse than that. I have to believe that it is necessary to redirect the police so that if they are out on a call and they hear that he is near you, they drop everything and go because they're so afraid that something's going to happen to you. And there's nothing in what I've heard that makes me fear for you in that way. So I really believe I just can't. So I am dismissing the restraining order today.